Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. Last year I did a baseball show with Troy West, allplayswin.com, where we previewed upcoming series that might have some value one way or another before the lines were out, so that was a little bit tough to do to, analyze a series for betting value without knowing what the lines will be, but we estimated what the lines would be and tried to feel our way around which series might have some good betting value, and it turned out to be a very successful show overall. Our record was profitable, and we're going to start it up again this year. Today is April 10th, and we're going to start right in with the series that start on this upcoming Monday. Troy, thanks for being with us.
Hey, thanks a lot, Pete. I appreciate it. Yeah, baseball, we're off to a hot start, up over 30 units. We actually hit a real nice, solid play last night with the Boston Red Sox. That was our top play of the season so far. So had a lot of fun doing this show last year. I hope we can have a lot of success again this year, Pete.
All right, that's awesome. Again, today's Friday. We're going to preview the series that begin this upcoming Monday. So you're already up on the year then at allplayswin.com.
We're up on the year 6-4, which the record may sound not spectacular, but we're up over 30 units. Units are key when playing with allplayswin.com. So yeah, come take a look, Pete. It's been a great run so far.
Well, that's good to hear. Let's start off. I'll tell you the series. It's a young season, so we're still going on basically our preseason analysis here. And, Washington is going to go into Boston on Monday, and Washington just recently lost 2 of 3 at home against the Mets. Boston, of course, looking pretty strongly. They won 2 of 3 at Philly. A lot of injuries for Washington. And Boston just seems like a significantly stronger team. Of course, they will be a big favorite in most of those games, but Washington banged up. A lot of guys out of the lineup. It might take them a little bit of time to get in gear this season. Will Boston maybe be a team with value in that series?
Yeah, it could be. Rick Porcello goes in that first game. He got roughed up just a tad in his first start. And like you said, Pete, Washington could be one of those teams that's overvalued all year. They really could be. You're going to get a lot of high lines every time they take them out. You saw it in that Mets series, and they ended up losing that series. So, just be prepared for Washington to be overvalued throughout the year. Boston could be a good bet at home in that series.
And then another series that might be a similar situation, the Yanks at Baltimore, right? The Yankees might be overvalued this year. They have some decent names in the lineup, but maybe it's a down year for them. They lost 2 of 3 at home against Toronto recently. Baltimore won 2 of 3 at Tampa Bay in their first series. And Baltimore, again, just seems like the stronger team. They should be a big favorite, but again, maybe they'll have value in this series against the Yankees. What do you think?
Yeah, no, they could. The Yankees, again, another team that, you get all that superstar power on one team. They tend to get overrated, but it's hard to say. You never know. You never know with the Yankees, Pete. They get all these superstars, and they can just explode at any minute. We've seen the pitching inconsistent so far. The pitching staff's been all over the map. So fading the Yankees to start this season until they get stuff together could be a good thing.
All right, then another series that looks intriguing based on how the opening series went. You definitely don't want to overreact to how the first series of the season went, but KC at Minnesota, right? KC swept the White Sox, very impressive. The White Sox were expected to be one of the better teams this year, one of the most improved teams in baseball. They got swept at home by KC, and Minnesota had a really rough time at Detroit. They got swept, scored only 1 run in the entire series. Over 3 games, they scored just 1 run. So obviously, KC will probably regress a bit. Minnesota will probably improve a bit. But, in this series, KC on the road at Minnesota, where the lines won't be too big, KC will probably be a favorite. But, what do you think? KC has value in that series?
Yeah, they could. I think Minnesota, throughout the course of the year, is going to be good faith material. I really do. The team, every time they take them out, they really aren't throwing out a true ace. Which to me, it just speaks faith. When you're bringing out bad pitching, you're in trouble. And as we talked about in the win total video, Kansas City, I think, is going to be undervalued throughout the year. A lot of people are dogging them because of losing some superstars like Billy Butler, James Shields, but this is still a really good young team. I think they're going to have a good bet. This could be a good bet in this series.
Okay, and then I was also thinking about Tampa Bay at Toronto overs and Arizona at San Diego unders. I know that San Diego has a significantly better lineup this year, but, that'll probably translate just to slightly higher totals for them. Arizona, are they going to be tearing the cover off the ball? I don't know. And we might see just a standard San Diego home series where the under is in general a good play. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, absolutely, Pete. I'm a big fan of betting San Diego unders. The Dodgers teed off on that pitching a little bit, but that was the Dodgers. I don't see Arizona hitting this pitching as well. And their pitching staff is just so deep. I love the unders. I actually had that circled here on my notes.
Really? Okay. Well, we're just getting underway in the season. I was also thinking again about Tampa Bay at Toronto overs, but I'm going to think about what I want to officially go with for the first call of the season. What series do you think might have some value, Troy?
Yeah, no, I like the Pittsburgh-Detroit series. And I think Pittsburgh at home, they had a really, really rough series against the Cincinnati Reds. They lose in extra innings once. They lose on an error once. I think they could have some even value at home against the Tigers. And I don't think the Tigers are that good yet. Yeah, I just don't. I know they look good in their opening series. They hit the ball pretty well, but their pitching staff, extremely inconsistent. I think that could be a good bet. I think the Pirates at home look okay.
Yeah, well, for sure, Pittsburgh is very likely to bounce back at some point. Will they have value, and when will it be? Those are the two key questions. But Troy West thinks that this upcoming week in their home series against Detroit, they'll have some value. I certainly can't disagree with that. We'll see what the lines are when they come out. Is that it? Is that the only series, Troy, or is there another one you want to share with us?
Yeah, one other one, Pete, is the Mariners-Dodgers. I think it's just going to be a fantastic series. Number one to watch, a potential World Series matchup. I know the Mariners obviously got off to a slow start against Anaheim, but in that series, I'm actually looking at unders, Pete. I think with the Mariners pitching, they were outstanding on the road last year, great bullpen. And then we know about the Dodgers pitching outstanding. And I think the Dodgers' bats are good enough where those lines are going to be bumped up to 7.5, maybe even 8. I think unders are going to be a good bet in that series. I think they'll go under at least 2 out of the 3.
Interesting analysis there, Troy. That might wind up proving to be very sharp. Again, this show is tough because we don't know what the lines are. Maybe, Troy will like the unders and we'll start seeing 6s and 5.5. But as he said, with the Dodgers lineup, probably not. So Troy West is going to be looking at unders in the Dodgers and Seattle. And what was the other one? And also Pittsburgh at home against Detroit. All right, is that it for you, Troy?
That's it for me, guys.
All right, Troy, thanks for your thoughts. I'll be a little bit reckless in this early season. I'll go with all 4 of my leans. Boston at home against Washington, Baltimore at home against the Yanks, KC at Minnesota, and Arizona at San Diego unders. Troy West from allplayswin.com. Thanks so much. We'll be back with you very soon.